Thank you again for joining Proud of It podcast. I'm here today to discuss the coming chaos that it will be coming very shortly to every nation, every continent known to man. Everything that you're seeing is just kind of like the roller coaster ride. We're on a roller coaster ride, people. We are gradually going up this hill of chaos. And as we continue to go up, more and more chaos will be created and will be let loose upon this world. Right now, what we have seen in Gaza and what we are seeing in Israel is just a premature understanding of what the world will look like once World War III pops off. Once World War III pops off, every place that you see in Gaza will be every place that you see in the world. Every place will be touched. Every place will be in complete destruction and chaos. There will be famine on the greatest scale that mankind has ever known. There will be so much pollution, so much destruction in the oceans, on the continents, and even in space that there will be no coming back from this. This will be a total planet-killing moment in the sense that the only ones that survive will not be the lucky ones. The ones that survive will be in the real total chaos that is coming. We're talking about asteroids the size of continents hitting Earth. We're talking about total destruction, tsunamis that are 300, 400 feet high. We are talking about pretty much anything that you can possibly imagine. Earthquakes that are off the Richter scale. We're not even talking about 10s anymore. We're talking about 15s. We're talking about tornadoes that are no longer F4s, F5s. They're F7s. They're F8s. Total obliterating cities and towns. Totally reshaping every part, every place that they hit. We're talking about F7, F8 hurricanes that totally wipe away states, totally wipe away 3 or 4 states. We are talking about a annihilation moment in this history of mankind. This history that we're coming upon, that we're going up on this roller coaster, will be a moment that many will never want to experience again, nor is ever coming again. After this, there will be a true peace, but before this, there'll be a false peace. False peace is coming. The war in Israel will be finally brought to peace, but when it does, that will be the false peace. That will be the false prophet. That will be the false everything. And that's only going to last for just a little while. But after that, we're talking about a cataclysmic nuclear event, a nuclear holocaust, because many think that there's only 300, 400, 340 kiloton weapon is pretty big. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't really understand things, I want to give them to perspective. There is weapons so massive out there that we're talking about 150-mile kill radius. We're talking about 200 and 300 megaton warheads. We're talking about things that are so destructive that 3 or 4 cities could go underneath one umbrella of these nuclear weapons. Just imagine what is left after that. There is nothing left. And everything is polluted at that point. All water is polluted. All streams are polluted. And there is nothing really to live for at that point. All these idiots out here that are talking about they're going to be prepared, that they're prepping for the end. You're not prepping for the end because you're not going to live hardly to even see an end. There is going to be so much devastation coming, so much starvation, so much. There will be no medicine. Many will die just because of no medicine. There'll be over 1 billion people gone because medicine will be no more. Most of our medicine comes from China. Our war is going to be with China. It's going to be with Russia. It's going to be with all these countries. And there's going to be no way to get medicine. Guess what? That means bye-bye. That means bye-bye to millions and millions and millions of people. Just in that alone. Then we're talking famines. That's another 100 million people gone. If not just 50 million if you're lucky. Then no water. All the water has been tainted with nuclear waste. You're talking about hundreds of millions gone. No water. There's only going to be a certain amount of water that's here that's left. And living in a bunker is not going to get you anywhere. You're still going to die. You might as well have died in the flames of a nuclear bomb than to live on this planet once all this happens. And it's happening. It's ramping up right now as we speak. The chip is here. The banking system's here. The world government is here. It's happening. It is here. It is not far off. It's not down some lane. And if you're living in this fantasy world where you think, I'm not took the chip yet. Yes, you have. It's in your back wallet. Come on, people. Quit trying to fool yourself. The biggest thing I see in this world right now is fools. The biggest thing I see in this world is foolish Christians who think because they got it in their back pocket, their chip is in their back pocket, that doesn't mean they've taken the mark. You've taken the mark. If you're driving around in, $100,000 vehicles and you're, you got millions of dollars in the bank and you're living this prestigious life as a Christian, you've already taken the mark. You've already taken it. You're settling. You're not talking about it. You're not out here telling people. You're afraid that people are going to rob you. All these people living in these $1 and $1 billion homes that say they're Christians, they're so afraid to even let a person come in their house and fix them a meal. Come on, people. You've lost your grip on reality. You've lost everything that Jesus has taught about. And those out here that are still trying to go for their goal of having, a nice life and, just get along just to get along. You're not fooling anybody but yourself. And all these people that are continuing to go to these churches and everybody shows up in brand new automobiles and everybody, while the whole world is burning to hell and your communities have burned to hell and all the people in your community are on drugs and everything else and you're smiling every day because of what's happening. God's not smiling. God's not happy. He's not happy with many of Christians in this world right now. And guess what? He's coming back to judge the Christians first. And believe me, you can continue taking your vacations. That's not how God has expected Christians to live. Jesus didn't go around taking vacations. I don't think even the prophets went around and took vacations. And you're just corrupt. The whole church body is corrupt. It doesn't invite everybody into its church. It only invites the rich into the church. People driving around with $1 million automobiles and everything else. And they don't want to help their communities. They don't want to pay the taxes to help their communities. And they get richer and richer and richer as the day goes on. I am telling you, people, the ramping up of this chaos is going to hit the church like 100 million megaton bomb. It's going to hit the church worse than it hits anything else. It's going to hurt the church people more than anything because the church people are already walking blindly. They're already walking into the chaos that is coming. They're already walking into judgment. They're already walking as a stumbling, blind idiot who thinks they're going to fool God with what they're doing with their money and what they're doing with their churches and how they are propping up this gay agenda, this sodomite agenda across every continent in the world. God has a plan for all that, and He's going to put it to good use because He's going to take all them sodomite cities and He's going to turn them into burning rubble. All these sodomite cities around this world are going to be turned into burning rubble. Everything that has been propping up this sodomite world is fixing to be undone. And it is going to be undone in a grand and spectacular, very destructive way. It is going to land on the tops of every head that has ever tried to prop up Hamas and Palestine and prop up all these people in this country that is now bringing upon chaos. Everybody in this, I have talked to so many people now. I know that most people are complete and feeble-minded, blind as a bat to why things are happening within their country, within their city, within their world. Because they don't even understand the repercussions of when you start propping up sodomites, when you start propping up Palestinians that want to kill every Jew, and propping up businesses that will not give 1 cent of their money to Israel. And you wonder why all this is happening? There is going to be chaos like you have never seen. Earthquakes, magnitude 10s? No, I don't think so, people. I'm talking magnitude 15s. I'm talking about splitting whole continents in half. I'm talking about whole mountain ranges going off into the sea. I am talking about total destruction of this world is coming. Many have thought that having all these things, that you're going to have this world wrapped around Satan's finger and you were going to ride off into the sunset. I'm sorry, but you're not. God is coming. God is coming with a fire that is unquenchable. And the chaos that is coming is not just for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. It is for an entire continent of people. It is for an entire world that has turned their backs on God and His people. For a world that has pushed for Israel to stay at peace with its enemies, as even U.S. and China and all these other nations have not stayed at peace with their enemies, have went to war. Now we are calling for peace for Israel? Give me a break. You're going to burn in hell. All those who speak of peace and speak of Israel standing down to its enemies. And I have many more things to say about the coming chaos. But this coming chaos is not to scare you. It is to understand that everything is about to pass away. Everything is coming to an end. This world and the rulers of it are coming to an end. And many do not understand how the Lord has been so graceful, so giving in grace and mercy and love, even in your sin, even in the person you've become, and you still rejected it all. You still reject it just to have the things you want to have. Women wanting to have abortions freely without anybody criticizing that. Men wanting to have sex with 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds and expecting no criticism from that. Men wanting to have sex with another man and thinking that there's no consequences to that. All these people that are causing this world to go into chaos and going up the ladder of chaos, up the whole entire ordeal is becoming more increasingly closer and closer and closer. Each little peg that we go in, click, 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 and more people are falling in line. More and more people are falling for the coming chaos. They are falling for the coming man that will arrive on the scene, that will cause utter obliteration of all that mankind has ever made or ever will make, will be destroyed, laid waste. And many think that they're going to get away. They think they're going to rule this world. I am telling you, the ruler that is coming, you better be very afraid of. For he will take that little soul of yours, that little evil soul that you have deep down in you, and he is going to throw it into utter darkness, where there is nothing. Nothing. I am telling you, it is time, people. It is time. The only way to get ready, the only way to prepare for this is Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ. Everything else will fall into the sea. Everything else will be burned up into ash. Have you not noticed how hot the sun is getting? Have you not looked up? Have you not felt that sun? It is a different thing. The sun is heating up. It is getting ready to turn this, to purify this world. It is going to purify all this that has happened to this world. Purify it and get it ready for a new world. Get it ready for a new day that is coming. Do you want to be a part of that new day? Do you want to be a part of that new ruling? Do you want to be a part of what Jesus is going to do to this world? Or are you going to try to prepare with food and with water and with all this stuff that really isn't going to matter? Because all of it's going to be destroyed. And what ain't destroyed? You're going to live in a bunker for the rest of your life? No. You're not meant to live like that. You're going to die anyways. Your body, this body is not meant to live without sun. It's not meant to live without people. And all those things are going to go away. We have to have those things to survive, whether you want to believe that or not. That is truth. That is love to you, letting you know that God wants to bring peace to you, not animosity, not judgment, not destruction. But I tell you, if you want to be a part of this destruction, if you want to be a part of this world and what is going to happen to it, then go right ahead. Continue in your ways. Continue not understanding the full truth of Jesus Christ. If you haven't looked up lately and seen things, I've seen things that have even woken me up, and I'm fully in. But there's many out here that are fully blind. They say they don't understand. And it's just because of this one verse. God said, they will not understand because I will not give them understanding, nor will they even look for me or see me in anything, because He has blinded you. He has blinded you. You're blind. You don't see nothing because He's blinded you. God only allows you to see what He wants you to see. He only allows you to accept things that He wants you to accept. And if you can't accept His Son, then you will continue to accept blindness. You will continue to accept judgment. You will continue to accept being totally obliterated when the time comes. I am telling you, Jesus Christ is the only way to prepare. Get ready, for the time is very near that every man, woman, and child will be totally obliterated, just as they are in Gaza. Gaza is a small stepping stone of what is going to happen in this world. You don't think children can't be killed? Children are going to be destroyed in this world. Children are not going to be laughing and playing. They are going to be totally obliterated by what is coming. They're already being obliterated in Gaza. They're already being obliterated in Ukraine. But these are just little facets of what is going to happen to this world when we truly go to that next level of darkness. The next level of darkness will be total cities decimated with one weapon. I am telling you, it is time to get ready, people. It is time. The end times are not coming. They are here. The only thing that is coming is chaos. The only thing that will be here, you can bet you, is chaos. The only thing you can look forward to from this point on is bigger and greater chaos in this world. This world is shifting off of its rocker. It has already shifted off of its rocker. It is calling truth a lie and lie a truth. It is calling Israel bad while calling Palestine good. It is calling the U.S., which is the number one trafficker of sex, the number one raping country in the world, the number one pornographic country in the world, but also the number one Christian country in the world. Come on, give me a break, people. This is not a Christian country. This is a false Christianity. This is a false doctrine that has been pushed upon the American people, and billions and millions are accepting it, have accepted it, and continue to accept it as truth. This is all false. Everything that you see going on within American borders is a falsehood. It is a falseness. We are pushing sodomite thinking across this whole entire planet. We're pushing pornography across this planet. We are pushing the sexualization of children across this planet. We are legalizing pedophiles to teach our kids. We are allowing pedophiles to teach our kids. We are allowing women to be sexual predators. We're allowing men to be sexual predators. We are allowing many dark things in America. And why? Because the church is a false church, and the real church will not speak up. The real church knows that the false church has more power, and many in the communities that people live in do not have a say because they could lose their job, they could lose their status, they would have to move because people would push them out of their cities if they didn't support all this that these churches are supporting. I am telling you people, it is time to wake up. It is time to start listening. I am not trying to push dumb ideology points on you. I am trying to tell you the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is Jesus Christ is the only way out of this. Jesus Christ is the only way, the only truth, the only thing you can lean on, especially when this chaos goes nuclear. I appreciate those who have been listening, who continue to listen and understand that I am a watchman. I am a watchman. I have been a watchman for a very long time. I understand God's ways about things. I see how He's making Israel a snare to all nations right now. He is pulling all nations onto Israel because everybody was pushed onto Ukraine. But see, God is not going to allow the world to take its eyes off of Israel. Israel is the apple of God's eyes, and He is putting every nation there because one day very soon, there is going to be a war there. A war that, like I said, these baby things that you're seeing right now with Israel and Ukraine are just baby compared to what is going to happen across this planet. I thank y'all. I hope y'all understand. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to make you understand that chaos is coming and you need to be prepared in only one way possible. Jesus Christ. Thank you.